Hey everybody, this is Halstead and Andrew McMillan with REH CPA. Today we want to talk about the FICA Tip Credit. Andrew, this credit generally helps out small business owners who are restaurants, food and beverage establishments. What can you tell us about the FICA Tip Credit?
Yeah, so people in the restaurant business, waiters, waitresses, bartenders, they typically earn less than minimum wage because they get a lot of tips.
Their base pay.
Their base pay is less than minimum wage, and they get tips, and that takes them oftentimes well above minimum wage. So, but as a business owner, if you have employees that are receiving tips, you're required to pay FICA taxes on those tips that those employees earn. So that's the Social Security and Medicare tax. You're required to pay FICA taxes on the tips that your employees are earning. So as a way to help offset some of that cost to the employer, you can actually qualify for the FICA Tip Credit. So essentially the FICA Tip Credit is a credit against the FICA taxes that you had to pay on tips that exceeded the minimum wage. So for example, if you have an employee earning less than minimum wage, they received a lot of tips, and those tips get them up to minimum wage, but then everything in excess of that you had to pay the FICA tax on, then you can claim a credit on your taxes to recoup some of that money that you had to pay on tips in excess of minimum wage.
Yeah, so it's a really good program, and I mean, honestly, it's the government's way to get employers to report the employees' tips, because I actually worked in the restaurant industry whenever I was in high school and college, and yeah, I'm not sure all my tips actually got reported, but this was in order to encourage business owners to require their employees to report tips. It's a really generous credit.
It is. So the credit, it's calculated on the business return, but it really flows through to the business owner on his personal return, and it's a non-refundable credit. So all that means is it reduces the tax that you owe, but it won't reduce it so much to where now you're getting a refund. So it'll reduce the tax that you owe, and if it gets you down to zero, then if you have any unused credit remaining, for most people it's just going to carry forward to future years, and I think right now it's capped at 20-year carryover. So it's a really great credit. Definitely helps business owners recoup some of the costs that they have to incur for reporting those tips and paying the FICA taxes on excess tips over minimum wage.
Yeah, awesome. So if you're a small business owner in the food and beverage industry and your employees are tipped, you're definitely going to want to take advantage of this credit. So if you have any questions about this, feel free to give us a call and we'll help you out. Thanks.